Good evening to all the Toastmasters, the division directors, club presidents, and to all Toastmasters who come from countries like US, Hong Kong, and Sweden. My name is Yan Ping. You can call me YP for short. Tonight will be the Toastmasters of the evening. The meeting will be divided into two parts. The first one will be the table topics, followed by a break. And then the second part will be the prepared speeches and the evaluation.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
Okay, I would like to invite our President Willie for his opening speech. Willie, please.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the evening. Last week, we faced many technical questions, many technical issues. This week, we fix some of the issue and we will introduce Oli. Okay. Communicating on video is not an easy thing. If you are able to communicate in front of audience in a Toastmaster community, I urge you to join a Toastmaster company on you. Last week, very challenging time for me because I have to work. Yeah. Work 3 days without sleep, even attending all the 3 Toastmaster Cup. Last Friday, Singapore. Last Saturday, Monday, and Sunday, Europe. I do enjoy the meeting. It showed me that speaking on video, we do not have boundary. We are always ready to speak wherever need. Right. So, regardless whether you are communicating on video or in community, you need to overcome that because one day you'll be caught by surprise. We all be caught by surprise almost every day through our day-to-day work. Communicating on video is an initiative that I set up so that people can improve communicating on video when we need to. So let's continue the meeting and hope you can enjoy the rest of the meeting. Over to you.
Thank you, Willie, for your inspiring speech. I certainly agree that communicating by video involves a different set of skills, and here at the online Toastmasters, we are learning on communicating online. Now, coming up next, it's the table topics. I would like to invite Hakim.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, he's ready. Okay, over to you, Hakim.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to our table topic segment for today. We have a total of 20 topics which each and every one of you can participate in.
Wow.
Can you guys hear me clearly? Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me clearly.
Yes.
Yep. Okay, I can hear you.
Yeah, me too. I can hear you.
Okay.
Yeah, I can hear you as well, Hakim. Thank you.
Thank you so much, guys, for the response. Now, Willie, could you put up our table topics question up on screen, please?
Oh.
Willie, could you put up our table topics question on screen, please?
It's already out here.
Okay, wait. Somehow I can't see it. Okay, here we are. Can you guys see the 20 topics that we have over there?
Yep.
Okay, so you can choose any of the 20 topics. The rules are the same as usual. The timing sequence 1 to 2 minutes. On the first minute, the green light will be shown on Willie's screen. Willie, where are you?
Okay.
Can you show us the green light, please, Willie? Oh. Oh. Where's the green light?
Where's the timer? Okay.
Anyway, while we are waiting for Willie to get it up, just a gentle reminder, guys. If you are not speaking at the moment, I please request you to mute your microphones because the person that speaks will trigger the screen. So we want to give our focus to the person that is giving the table topics. So if I could assist, if you could assist us, please, to mute your microphone. Currently, almost everyone is without their microphones muted. Yeah, so far only Willie, Aaron, CJ. On. Okay. Nice. Okay, let's go down the list, I suppose, and start off with Shan. Would you like to do the first table topic?
Seriously? Okay. Have number 17.
Number 17. Okay, number 17. Just to check, Willie, are you okay with the timer already? Okay, we can't hear you because you are muted.
You can take over the timer because I think I cannot display. You can display.
Okay, am I allowed to adjust?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Seems like.
Sharing the screen. Ready?
Really, you haven't given me the access to your screen.
Haha. Terrible thing to see. And have no video.
Hang on, guys. Okay. Willie, I think you're not sharing your screen with me. I'm just viewing your screen. And Shanshan has been looking at this table topic for the longest time.
Finally, I will try to look at it for a longest time without starting a timer yet.
Yeah. So I suppose we'll have to make do again, like last week. Okay, hang on a moment, guys. Willie, you're not sharing your screen with me, so I can't access your slides. You get what I mean? Yeah, I'm just viewing. Okay, I think now is it.
Morning, Hakim. What's the technical issue again?
Willie,
Not sharing the screen, he can't do the timing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Oh, Gerald, can you take over timing, please?
Hang on, wait. I can't do the timing. I think you need to share the screen. Really need to unshare the screen.
Ah.
No, he's not even sharing the screen right now. We are just viewing his screen.
Yeah, that means he need to change his screen to a timer screen. That's the best advice.
One more additional advice for everyone is that if you want to have a timer, you can just put it on your camera with the timing app, just in case.
No, it's too small. We tested last week.
Okay.
It's too small. Really, you need to activate into a timer slide that you can use.
Usually is what we will spotlight the person with the timer app and then make it very big.
No, not advice. Let me try with Keynote on iPhone. Kim did on. Let me use Keynote on iPhone. Wait, that might be a better option. Give me a sec. Let me.
Or else we use Hakim.
No, doesn't work. I will use alternate method. Shan, you remember the time I always used to do it at JCU? That kind of,
So what you want to use the paper way?
paper way can also.
Yeah.
Wait, I testing my damn thing wait on my.
I also have to use the timer app already.
Timer app too small already. Cannot see on screen. You need a white screen to do it. Wait,
Okay.
Wait. Give me a while.
Everyone can share.
Everyone can share. Okay. Wait. No, wait.
Let us do a virtual one.
Why not the questions can be added into the chat room and then let us answer it.
Okay.
Let me try to see whether I can link the.
Cannot. I will need to run on an iPad. Wait, I'm taking out a bigger dimension. Otherwise, you all cannot see. You need a certain screen size to do it. Sorry, Keynote. Okay.
In the meantime, would you like the guest to introduce himself?
Yeah, go ahead. Continue the flow. I will rectify.
Yeah, I think that would be a good idea.
Continue the flow. I will crack my
Aaron,
brain.
seems like you've been talking the most. Why don't you introduce yourself?
Hi. Introduce myself.
Yeah.
Okay, so hi, my name is Aaron. I am a Toastmaster for 13 years, currently at DTM and also finishing 11th half in pathway system. So basically, I'm kind of proficient in pathways. I'm also a founder of 3 online clubs. I created my own online club back in 2006, and that club is called Comparative Communicators. And we have dedicated ourselves to be supporting all the online attendance clubs and online clubs since that day, since it was established. The rule why it was allowed for online clubs to be created is because in 2015 in the international convention, it was allowed that online clubs can have a part in the Toastmaster system. So we have dedicated ourselves to support clubs around the world. For me, I dedicated like 24 hours on a specific day to visit around 9 to 10 clubs per day.
Nice.
Every week, so that to provide the technical support and stuff like that. Like today we have the timer issue and stuff like that. We'll give our advice at the end of the meeting to help you improve it. That's what our focus and our assistant will be.
Thank you so much, Aaron. We also let Gerald and Willie sort it out. Let Shanshan think about our table topics. We've got Joan. Joan, would you like to say hi and maybe about 30 seconds to introduce yourself? Joan, you got to unmute your mic. Yeah.
Okay. How does this work, people?
Okay, that looks good.
Does it look good? This dimension?
Can it's filling up the screen. I think it's okay.
Yes, that's what you need.
That's good.
Okay.
Good. Shan. Okay.
Yeah, that's good.
That's good. Okay. Wait. Now
you want to? Yeah, Joan. Would you like to introduce yourself, Joan? Yeah, you got to unmute your mic.
Okay. Merry Christmas, everybody. Gerald here. Want me to intro or what? Okay.
No, Joan is talking.
Joan. Okay.
Joan, but you got to unmute your mic.
Sorry,
Zoom admin.
can you hear me now?
Okay, now we can hear you.
Yes.
Okay, sorry. Yeah. My name is Joan D'Souza, and I'm in Singapore. I'm a mother of two awesome princesses, and I did my JD. I graduated from University of Dayton School of Law, and I'm called to the Minnesota bar. I am originally from Mumbai, India, and currently I'm living in Singapore for the past 4 years.
Right.
So that's it, and I'm a member of TMCS, Toastmasters Club of Singapore. Mm-hmm.
Thanks. Thank you so much, Joe. Nice to see you all joining us again.
Mm.
Okay, next up we'll have okay, Yan Ping. We will hear a lot from her later. Dennis is the second time joining us. Dennis from the US.
Hi, Dennis.
Mic is still muted.
Yeah, I think it's
Okay.
yeah, we can't hear you, Dennis. You gotta unmute your mic.
Yeah, you have to unmute your mic.
Okay, now we can hear you a bit soft.
Okay.
Yeah, now you are good.
All right. Thank you. Let me unmute the other one. I got two going.
All right. But you're echoing now.
All right. Is that any better?
Yeah, much better.
Cool. Yeah, I'm a member of 3 Toastmasters clubs, regular Toastmasters clubs, and I'm president in one and VPE in 2 of them. One of my regular clubs allows online access, and that's why I'm visiting this club to learn more about how a fully online club meets. I've been a member of Toastmasters for over 30 years, and I'm a DTM, and I think that's about it.
Nice to have you with us. Thank you so much. Thank you,
Thank
Dennis. And we have Henrik. Henrik is from Sweden.
Yes, I'm from Sweden. I'm a member of a Blaze online Toastmaster club. I will be a member of 1 or 2 more clubs soon. So let's see what happens. I have an ACG and I have a CL, and I would like someday to have a goal on DTM. And I like online clubs because I think this is the future. And I like to meet new people and not in lots of clubs here around the world. So it's fun to meet you, everybody, and see what's happening. Thank you very much.
Nice. Thank you, Henrik. Nice to have you with us as well. Second time we're meeting. CJ, you're up next. A short intro about yourself.
Hi, fantastic Friday, everyone. My name is CJ. I'm from Toa Payoh Central Toastmaster Club, VPPR. This is my first time here.
Thank you. Thank you for joining us, CJ. Jaslyn, this is the first time seeing you as well.
Hi everyone, my name is Jaslyn. Good evening. I'm from Malaysia, Butterworth Toastmaster Club. I just joined this club 1 month ago, I think. Previously, I was a Mandarin Toastmaster Club member.
Thank you.
Hi, nice to meet you all.
Sorry, you want to say something?
I thought I say already.
Okay.
Off for me for now. Thank you.
Thank you. Pallavi, you're up next.
Yeah, hi, good evening, everyone. This is Pallavi from Singapore. I'm from Punggol Park Toastmasters Club, and very proudly, I would like to say that this is a club of world champions. Darren Tay, he was the world champion. And yeah, I love speaking. I love to talk to people. I love to interact with people, and that's why probably I've joined the Toastmasters Club. And yeah, coming to the leadership quality. So yes, this year I'm area G3 director, and yeah, I am also working on my DTM. So here I am to present my speeches and get to know more and more people. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Pallavi, for joining us. It's the first time, I think.
Yeah.
Next, we have Jay from India, I believe. Jay, can you hear us? Yeah.
Hi, good evening. This is Jay Parke from Bangalore, India. I am into Toastmasters since September 18, and I've completed 3 of my pathways paths, and I'm a member of 2 online and 1 on-site club. in Bangalore.
Okay.
I am here at the invitation of Willie Lowe as an evaluator.
Thank you.
Pleasure meeting all of you. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Jay. Just going down the list a little bit, we have Alicia. Alicia, can you hear us, Alicia?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, but we can't see you. Are you in the dark?
No.
Ah, now we can see you.
Yeah, good morning, good morning.
Good morning. Yeah, I can't see you, Alicia.
No, her video feed is a bit slow.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm in my room and I sharing my passport with my handphone.
Oh, okay.
Ah.
Yeah. I have to hide my room.
Okay.
Yeah. Welcome everybody. I'm Alicia Chia, president of Toastmasters Club. Also a member of this Singapore Online Toastmasters Club. Here to do more speeches and learn how to do online, and hopefully can get my DTF as well. Over to you, Toastmaster.
I'm actually a table topics master, but this doing time filling right now. We have expected for a very long segment, but since we're already going with a round of introductions, next up is Selena from KL. Selena. Selena.
Hi. Hi.
Hey,
Hi.
hello.
Yes, I'm again. Here again.
Yeah, second time. Nice.
Yeah, just same like the previous one. I'm so enjoy even in the traffic when I'm on the way home. I can log in through my phone, and now I'm settled down at home, so I can use my laptop to see clearly picture of all your face.
I hope you don't get tired of looking at us.
No, I'm so excited.
Okay, nice to hear you. We've got Shanshan and Gerald, and of course our TMD. I think she will introduce herself also later, or I think she at least mentioned. But maybe we go with Shan first, then Gerald. Shan.
All right. Hi. My name is Shushan. I'm from Astro Radimus as well as Topayo South. So aiming for my DTM as well, and yep, trying to finish the speeches. And now is just to enjoy and taking a break from all the club visits physically.
Yeah, because you're injured right now, right?
Sorry?
Because you're injured right now, right?
Yeah. Have to go to the polyclinic every 2 days just to dress that open wound.
Yeah, but I guess this is a good avenue because Shanshan is one of the most busiest Toastmaster in Singapore. She visits clubs all the time, but now she's injured, so now she's visiting online clubs.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, Gerald.
Yes, Uncle H, how are you?
You are the timer today. Thank you, Gerald. Can you just say about yourself?
Okay, how do I say? Okay, I have a few things. I'm now the secretary of Topayo South. Division E, yay! Division E, public relations officer, a club coach to another basic club. Then I'm Division D, like council secretary in District 80. Previously, was involved in the pathway development as a beta tester, the learning master group, and visited the club all over the world, so I can tell you all the different tracks and different nonsensical ideas that they came up with from different countries. Done a lot of research. And again, this month, I'm doing the table topic master again in Singapore after so long, and I'm going to throw a bottle of wine again to get them working. Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Gerald. Last but not least, my lovely wife. We are sharing screens today because I forgot my laptop. Can you introduce yourself?
Hi, Vic.
Hi, my name is Vivek. I'm from Jauhari Bilingual Toastmasters Club. I am here on the invitation of Winnie Lowe, the president of this online club, and I am ready for this meeting.
Yay!
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much, everyone. Toastmaster of the day, later you introduce yourself, okay?
Sure, can you hear me now?
Yeah. Or you want to introduce now?
Okay, I will just introduce myself. My name is Yan Ping, or you can call me YP.
Okay, nice.
Yes, that is the initials of my name. I'm from Fuchun Toastmasters Club, and it's the first time I'm joining an online one. So I hope to learn a lot of things tonight for you guys. Thank you.
Nice. Thank you so much, YP. Okay, thanks for introducing yourself, guys. Just a reminder again to mute your microphones right now. because we're going to start our table topic segment. Timer is now finally up, so let's have a look at Gerald Ong's screen for the table topic segment. The first minute, the green light will be shown. Green light, green, green. You.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, that's very
Okay.
clear. For 1.5 is yellow over there, and for 2 minutes is red. And for more than that, Gerald will fill his entire screen with his face. That should stop you from continuing. Thank you, Gerald. Okay, we
I'll think
have.
of something else. I'll think of something else.
Okay, you think of something else. Thank you so much for being very creative. We've got 20 topics today. Shan, you were up there. You were staring at number 17. So I think 17 is now out.
Yep.
Yeah, can you choose another number for us, please?
Okay. 20.
20. Okay. Willie is managing our screen. Thank you, Willie. Number 20. What's something you've been meaning to try, but just haven't gotten around to do it or to. All right.
Okay. I've been trying to learn how to ski, but the thing is that I led groups to winter countries, but I never ski because I have to look after them. So I've been meaning to try to ski, but think I may have to look at some other ideas. Maybe indoor skiing? Haven't tried it yet. Where are the places that we can do indoor skiing? Genting, Singapore, Snow City, where else? Yep. So basically, ski is one thing I want to try, but I haven't gotten around to it. Even though I've led groups to winter countries like Korea, Japan, China. But I just haven't gotten to actually donning the ski suits and do a ski. Gerald, I see a black screen.
Yeah, it's black, don't worry. There's a reason why it's a black screen.
Okay. I thought
now I see. Now the timing come.
There you go. So ski is one thing that I've been wanting to try, but I hasn't really gotten to it. And somehow or other, I need to get my leave sorted out as well. Thank you. That is my answer.
Thank you so much, Shan. No skiing for you now. You're injured foot. Okay, but in Singapore, we have this thing called the Snow City.
Yep,
because we
there's
don't
a Snow
have
City.
snow here in Singapore. So the Snow City is an indoor snow playing area.
Right.
You can actually do a bit of skiing, but it's not really big at all.
It's not big.
Go for our snow fix for Singapore. Okay, thank you so much, Shan. Now, perhaps next one, Joan, would you like to give it a shot? Joan, you got to unmute first. Would you like to give it a shot?
Yes, I would like to give a shot, certainly, yes. Thank you.
You're welcome. Choose the table topic, please.
Table topic number 7.
7, okay. Knowledge will give you power, but character, respect. Yeah, so now knowledge will give you power, but character, respect. Over to you, Joan.
Knowledge will give me power, but character, respect. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, I firmly believe in this, that knowledge will give me power, but character, respect. As a person, highly emphasize and I give more importance to character more than knowledge, because respect and dignity is something which has been taught to us right from the beginning of the era. All religion teaches that respect and dignity, love and affection have a much more higher priority than knowledge in this world. I mean, if you can go ahead and look around, I mean, we have so many dignified leaders who lead our countries and, all, in people with respectful positions. But really, when you look into it and probe into it, you see that people give more importance or people give more respect to people like Mother Teresa or Martin Luther King or Gandhi's. They are leaders, but they are people who are considered with people who have powerful character, and we look highly upon them with respect. We can see so many knowledgeable people around us, but truly, I mean, knowledge is a power. It can defeat so many people, and it's a powerful weapon to have. But when it comes to character, people actually listen, and listening is something that you need more. And respect brings listening power, makes listening power more powerful. And when you respect people, you listen to those people and you follow that way. And we really need people who are more who follow, and character is something which will bring about more listeners and more and make more leaders in this world. Knowledge is arguably is also more powerful, but arguably character has higher priority when it comes to people having especially with listeners. So I firmly believe that knowledge will give me power, but certainly character has a higher priority because it will bring respect. Thank you, fellow Toastmasters and guests, for listening to me.
Thank you so much, Joan. Wow, you utilize all your time to give
Thank you.
very comprehensive table topic presentation. Wonderful. I felt that was really good. Okay, next up we have, let's see, Selena, you seem to be very eager to want to try. So yeah, in our online club, if you wave your hand, that means you want to try. So, Selena, if you could choose the table topics over here, anything except 17, 20, and 7, what would you like?
5.
5, okay. Let's see, really, can we get over to 5, please? 5, yep. Wow, it's a long one. Oh, wait, 5, 5. Oh, 6, 1. Wait. Okay. Okay, here we go. I've seen so many people in this business that made a fortune. They get old and broke and can't make any money. I tell you something, no one's going to play a benefit for. What is this, man? Let me give you one, okay? It will be the most fun thing that happened to me this week. Okay, it's Friday, so you have gone through the entire week, right? Your table topic will be the most fun thing that happened to me this week. Okay, Selena, over to you.
So the topic, I may not follow this on the screen. I follow Hakim, right? The most fun thing happened to me in this way. Right? Okay. So the most fun thing for me to happen in this way, I believe I've been expecting for this Toastmaster online meeting. So I guess this is the fun thing for me in TGI Friday. Although I know that you already scheduled at 9 p.m., slightly late than last meeting. So I grabbed the buffer time. At least afterwards, I'm trying to go for some workout, swimming. So after that, I can still catch up for dinner, then manage to join in on time. So for me, it's really fun to have this kind of activities in Friday night. It's like a closing of a weekend after working for so many days. So for me, the learning part is always be fun. It's always fun to enjoy learning and enjoy meeting people over all the world. Like Toastmaster that I'm meeting yours from different country, and I enjoy and having fun in this online meeting because this online meeting like a connection for us. I remember there is a Nokia advertisement connecting in people. So now I feel the Toastmaster online meeting is connecting each others. So that is really fun for me. Back to you, Hakim.
Thank you so much, Selena. We are really so touched that we are the funnest thing that happened to you this week. And you managed to sleep and have dinner before coming, which is something I didn't have. Really hungry.
Hey, Hakim, I do the last question. Okay, thank you.
You do the last question, as in?
TT lah, and timer duty lah.
Okay, so you want to do the last question now, or what? What's going on?
I mean the last table topic question. Depends how many you are going to go on.
Okay, we are probably going to go maybe about 3 or 4 more.
You cue me accordingly.
Any volunteers at this point? Yeah, if you are volunteering, just wave wildly so I can see that you are volunteering. Okay, there's Alicia. Okay, Yan Ping also. We still about 2 more slots. Anybody waving wildly? CJ and Pallavi. Okay, these are the people that managed to secure. Jay, do you want to have a go? Okay, him too. Okay, so we'll try and squeeze in 5. Okay, let's go with Alicia. Alicia, are you there?
Yeah, yes, I'm there.
Okay, choose one. Choose one.
15.
Yeah, we have revealed quite a lot of it already. Are there? It seems like one. Okay, here we go. Life is either a great adventure or nothing. Sounds like a good topic for you. Life is either a great adventure or nothing. Over to you, Alicia.
Okay, good evening to everyone. A fabulous Friday night. To club president, chartered club president, fellow Toastmasters and guests. We can, what happened to my topic? Number 15.
Okay, close your eyes, everybody. Okay, we're back.
And we are back again. Life is either a great adventure or nothing. Of course, as the tourist within my own country, life is of course a great adventure. It cannot be nothing. Every day, I try to find some adventure. Lately, I didn't have much adventure, but luckily, yesterday was Halloween day, right? So, as I was out doing my work, I happened to be in Woodgrove Grove. And there, I was so lucky, there was a Halloween event organized by McDonald's. So, as the tourist within my own country, I had to just join in the event. And the immediate thing that I did was, of course, to take photos of the props and whatever there was. And I was so lucky also to find a giant dinosaur. And this dinosaur, although it was so fierce, it took a photograph with me. And I also was able to mingle with all the little kids and adults who were dressed up in the Halloween clothes. It was really fun, although I didn't have my own dress. I imagined myself to be one of them and enjoyed their company. So, life is certainly a great adventure. Over to you, table topic master.
Thank you so much, Alicia. It almost sounded like a tall tales contest. You must have had a really good adventure then. Yeah.
I have more, but I have to keep all my stories for future meetings.
That's right. Okay. Thank you so much. Next up, we will have, let's see now, someone who was waving wildly. CJ, let's have you.
Hi, hello everyone. Can you hear me?
Choose a topic.
Can hear you.
I will
Can hear you.
16.
That's because you saw it, right? Okay, here we go. We can do anything we want if we stick to it long enough. We can do anything we want if we stick to it long enough. Over to you, CJ.
Merry Christmas too.
Fantastic Friday, everyone. For me, how many of you believe in health is better than wealth? For me, it's the number one thing on my mind right now. It means to keep fit, boost my fitness. Last time, 2 years back, I have a operation, sleep disc operation. I wake up one day and suddenly I cannot even walk. So I have to be in the wheelchair when I was in hospital, and it was a very terrible experience to go through an operation. During that time, I remember that I cannot even swim two laps for freestyle. So right now, I can even swim 20 laps after my sleep this, I focus on fitness is the first thing in my life. Health is very important compared to wealth. And for that, I also like to do a lot of charity work. I swim for the rainbow. I swim a lot of laps, 80 laps. And I cycle about 100 kilometer to 200 kilometer for the club rainbow for those children, to help those disabled children. So, my fellows and ladies and gentlemen, is this health the number one thing on your mind? For me, it's number one. Without health, there's no use if you have many wealth. So my favorite Mother Teresa say, it's not how much love you give, but how much you put into giving. So I like to do charity work a lot. Thank you. Back to you, Hakim.
Thank you so much, CJ. I love it. At the end, you ended off with a loving gesture. Yeah, if I didn't, if I wasn't hearing what you were saying, it looked like you were singing a love song to one of our listeners here. Might be Gerald though. Okay, never mind that. Thank you so much, CJ. Okay, next up, Yan Ping. Yan Ping, would you like to choose one?
Okay, it is number 9.
9, okay, 9. Times 3 of this topic. Number 9.
Wait a minute. This is number 3.
Yeah, number 9, Willie. Number 9 times 9 of this topic. Number 10 minus 1. Number 9.
Technical linking, is it? Really? What's the problem?
Number 9. Number 9.
Okay.
Wow.
And with circumstances, I create opportunities, which is very apt for our table topic situation right now. Okay, I'm not going to recite it again because, yeah, it's very emotive. But, okay, it's right there. The ending is over to you.
Good day to all the Toastmasters from all over the world. Okay, the topic is to hell with circumstances. I create opportunities. My career has been facing a stagnation for quite many years. And personally, I have been feeling very bored with what I'm doing. I've been in the same school for 8 years. So what did I do? I decided to improve myself, to work, I decided to carry on to carry on to another career, which is why I joined the Toastmasters. I think joining the Toastmasters is one of the best decisions that I make, because I find I'm starting to open up to people. I'm starting to learning how to communicate. Someone actually commented that I was very silent when I first joined the Toastmasters, but I decided to work through my silence, and yep, I'm still learning and I enjoying the whole process. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Yan Ping, and definitely you are so conversant today, despite all the challenges that we have. I see that you are getting along very well. Later, you will have most of the spotlight when you take over as our Toastmaster of the evening. So, good luck with that. I think you will do good. Okay, next up we have Jay. Jay, can you hear us, Jay? Jay, where are you? Oh, Jay, looks like
Yes.
There you are, Jay. Okay, choose a topic.
Okay, topic 10.
Number 10. Okay. Sometimes, if you want to see a change for the better, you have to take things into your own hands. All right. sometimes if you want to see a change for the better, you have to take things into your own hands. Over to you, Jay.
Fellow Toastmasters and guests, how many of you agree with this statement? That sometimes if you want to see a change for the better, you have to take things in your own hands. Raise your hands if you agree. Okay, about 40% or so. So it so happened that there is a saying in Hindi, Marathi, which is translates that if you want to see the heaven, you need to die first. At workplace, sometimes we face that situation when you try and give explicit, detailed instructions to people, but they just do not deliver. And the best leaders are those who do not mind dirtying their hands. As a leader of people, as a manager and a profit center, I had this experience many times. And I felt that it is the best opportunity for a leader to dirty your hands, to do things where you don't have to delegate, you demonstrate by your own example. Many a times it works. Meeting with difficult customers, meeting with irate customers, meeting with most tough and crisis situations. There are times when people are inexperienced and they do not have the skills to handle things. And that's the best opportunity for a leader to come in and take things in his own hands. Over to you, Tabletop Master.
Thank you so much, Jay. Wow, that's really profound. But it was easy to understand, and I really like that because on Fridays usually I don't have a lot of mental capacity to understand very profound things. But I think your delivery was great, and we could understand that. I could understand that. Very nice. Thank you. Last but not least for today, we have Pallavi. I think Pallavi just now you waved wildly, so we're going to call upon you to deliver our last table topic for this evening.
Okay, Hakim, I have seen quite a deadly topic, unfortunately.
Or does she wants Gerald's topic?
Okay. Let me go with number one. Let me see what's in my luck.
Okay, number one. I can't change the direction of the wind, but I can adjust my sails so that what's the word hidden there?
Yeah, it's okay. I can read it. I can't change the direction of the wind, but I can adjust my sails always to reach my destination.
Nice. Okay, over to you.
Okay. Yeah, thank you, Hakim. Okay, first of all, a very wonderful good evening to everyone. And I think I'm a perfect example of what the topic has been given to me. Because as a human being, what I have seen and I have witnessed ever since I was a young child until date, situations are never in our control. We have to maneuver ourselves in such a way so that we can benefit from whatever situations we are sailing into. And I think being a girl child and being a woman now, it's quite apt for me because okay, I'll just take a leaf from my life and I'll share it over here. Like, I'm in Singapore for the last 9 years and I'm a foreigner over here. And being a foreigner, I guess everyone knows that not many opportunities are open for me, but yes. Now, I have only two options. Either I cry over it because I cannot help myself in any other way. I cannot change the direction by saying that, okay, I'm not a PR citizen and the various job opportunities are not open for me. Rather, what I have done, I have changed, I adjust my sales to meet my creativity and to explore whatever I can. So what I have done and how I've adjusted my sales is that I love interacting people. I love teaching. As a profession, I'm a professor. And way back in India, I used to teach business schools. So over here also, I try to divert the sale from one teaching form to another teaching form. So in Singapore, I'm teaching mother tongue. I'm a mother tongue teacher. So though the situations are not favorable for me, I'm just trying to adjust my sales and encash upon the opportunity. And likewise, way back in India, I've opened my own publication company. So that's not stopping me from sailing. At least I'm sailing. and I'm trying to achieve something. I'm trying to boost my creativity, and I'm trying to live my life happily and to the satisfaction that I can. So, and I cannot see the timer's card. Okay, so with this, I would like to say that thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Pallavi. I don't think you are sailing. I think you are more than that, perhaps even flying.
I think she's not looking at my screen, that's why. She must see, yeah.
But was he, I think he was within time, like Gerald?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, within time, correct.
Nice. Okay. We have a request from our incoming president designate. Yeah, for Jenny and Gerald and Aaron to do table topics as well. So I suppose we do have time. So let us welcome Aaron. I know, Aaron, you're very keen to do one.
Sure. Can you hear me though? Just testing.
Just a bit louder, please.
Is it better now?
Yeah, much better. Thank you.
Okay.
Spotlight app, you gotta coach me privately later.
Yeah, later, but it's fine. Just randomly pick one of the topics for me, it's fine.
Okay, randomly pick one, Willie. 19, no, 18. Okay, here you go. People do not like to think. If one thinks, one must reach conclusions. Conclusions are not always pleasant. People do not like to think. If one thinks, one must reach conclusions. Conclusions are not always pleasant. Over to you, Aaron Young.
Thank you very much, fellow Toastmasters and most distinguished guests. Remember the first time that you appeared on a stage and basically they were judging you. The first impression always counts. They just don't like to think. They only judge you by the way that you stand. We are in Toastmasters and first impression always counts. Just like when we remember our time when we do icebreaker. We stand on a stage, nervously shaking ourselves and then stand there for 46 minutes. No matter what you do, the evaluator will always give you a positive response. 99.9% they will say, congratulations, I have never seen someone that actually stand on stage for so long. That's still, even if you haven't said a speech. But when we actually look at the things that people like to assume things, we start to take a step backwards. Is this always the case? Unfortunately, it is from a psychological point of view. That's why in public speaking, we have to present ourselves the best and not the worst. They don't care about your excuses. I remember one time when I was actually trying to do a training job and I was kind of late by 5 minutes. I was so stressed out with so much work, travel time, I have to travel all the way to China. They don't care about what happened to you. Although that day, my dad was actually in the hospital. They don't care about the result. No, I mean, they don't care about what happened to you. They only care about whether you arrive on time, whether you can make sure that you can present it well. But as I start to realize more of the things, we have to present ourselves the best of ourselves because it's just us. But when we start to think deeply, from a commercial point of view, from a professional point of view, we start to understand the reasons why. It's because we only want a shortcut to everything we can ever have. But when we think about the shortcuts, is this always the way? Try to think about it. They don't care about what you do in the process. They only care about results, just like boss and the subordinates. But once you start to understand the reason behind, then we can improve ourselves the more. So next time when you judge people, think twice. Is this really the true circumstances? Before we start judging. Back to you.
Thank you so much, Aaron. It sounded like an inspirational podcast. I think your experience on the online media shows through your delivery. Well done. Now we have Jenny before we get Gerald on to wrap up today. Jenny, are you here with us, Jenny? Jenny, yeah, here we are, Jenny Lim. Jenny, would you like to try a table topic? But first you got to unmute your microphone. Yeah.
Hi. Okay.
Yeah. Would you like to try a table topic upon request by our club president, Willie?
Okay, take 6.
6. Okay, 6. Always be yourself. Express yourself. Have faith in yourself. Do not go out and look for a successful personality and duplicate it. So in summary, always be yourself. All right, over to you, Jenny.
Please look at timer 2. Thank you.
Okay, so I'm a believer of be yourself because everyone is unique, everyone is special. We are all created differently. Even twins, they are different in certain small, tiny little ways, probably an average can't even notice. But they have their own character, they have their own thoughts, they have their own personality as well. When you are yourself, you know, you don't have to answer to anyone. So when you are yourself, you believe that, you know, what you do is for yourself. You don't have to judge. You don't have to let people judge you because when you are yourself, you can be the best or you can choose to be the less. We do have role models that we want to look up to, but we cannot be 100% duplicate of what the successful person is. I always believe in, we look at what is applicable to us in our own situation, what we can use to the best situation that we see on that others are good in, and we make it something more personalized, we can improve on it. When you are be yourself, no one knows that how you have gone through, but only yourself. Whatever the journey you have gone through, to be yourself is something that is for you to personally reflect, and continue to strive that you can be a better person, not for anyone, but it is for yourself. Back to you, Toastmasters, Table Topics Master of the Day. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Jenny. Well done. I like how Henrik is always waving the applause. I think that's a good way to applause, really. Yeah. Thank you so much, Jenny. I think that was really motivational as well. You guys have a knack for motivational speaking.
How do you see the timer, actually?
The timer, can you please show yourself, Mr. Gerald?
No, how do you know the time? I'm just curious online.
Click on the speaker view and then you adjust yourself to gallery view and you can actually see the timer.
Yeah.
Oh, gallery
It's the
view.
man in
Okay.
orange here, showing us the timing.
Okay.
And now he's going to do table topics himself. I'll just show you with fingers, okay?
Hakim, can you whack me a crazy one, not in your question?
Okay, Gerald, a crazy one. In Singapore, Gerald is the grandfather of table topics. Yeah, so his table topics are of a different breed. Okay, Gerald, your topic is going to be
what?
First off, the time sequence. Okay, this is one.
Shanshan will help with time. Will help in the timing. Yeah.
I thought I had to do some sign language, but okay, Shanshan will help with the timing. Your topic will be, Gerald, out of a bottle comes an elf over the mountain and into the shelf. That's the kind of table topic Gerald like. Out of the bottle comes an elf over the mountain and into the shelf. Over to you, Gerald Ong.
Out of the mountain comes out the elf, go into the shell, right, Hakim?
Out of the bottle comes out an elf over
Okay,
the
do
mountain
the
into the shelf.
So that's why we have the joy of Christmas coming, because the elf is so wonderful in life. Because the elf, when it comes out the bottle, it's like the genie in the bottle that you see Hakim questioning me in the right way. And when life can be so boring, and you want to you need to put yourself into the shelf, really, because the shelf will give you some ideas. So every time when we work out and think of stupid ideas, as crazy as me, depending how crazy I can go, you get all kind of interesting approaches that you never expect to see. Because in life, you always have to work out and do what the best that you want to be. because time doesn't wait for no man. You end up before the chicken wing slice into your plates. So life can be set away. That how come I'm asking myself, are we waiting for the right thing to come? Are you waiting for the right thing to even appear out of nowhere? Just like the elf appearing out of the bottle, just to end up landed in the shelf just for the display cabinet, like the trophies that who are crazy trophy collectors in the world of competition or speech contest. And I got so bored and so irritated that time and tide doesn't wait for no man, but it wait for no chicken to land in the sea, or even to fly out from the sea. So life is all about how do you want to be the elf and be the extravagant and be the elastic person that you want to be, because life doesn't wait for anybody. You just need to be creative and dare to try something different. And when the grandfather is lost for ideas, the grandfather will always ask the uncles around just to make sure that the elf can answer the question from the Santa Claus. And I hand back to Hakim.
Thank you so much, Gerald. I wish you could see the expressions on the faces of the people in the meeting. Yeah. It was priceless, actually. Yeah. These are the kind of conversations that I will usually hear on a Friday night, but not around this time, around 2 or 3 a.m. You know, after a whole night out, right? Then people start to talk like that. But of course, you are the master of creativity, Gerald. No one can beat you. And well done on tackling that nearly impossible table topics. For the benefit of our friends from around the world, yeah, if Gerald gives the table topics at a club in Singapore, there's a chance it might come out something like that. Yeah, so that's why he's asking for one like that today. So anyway, thank you so much for all our 10 table topics participants today. Well done, you guys. Now we've got the voting up. Willie has set up the voting for a best table topic speaker. There are 10 names over there, starting with Shanshan, Joan, Selena, Alicia, CJ, Yanping, Jay, Pallavi, Aaron, Jenny, and Gerald is not inside there, I suppose.
No, there's a max limitation, I think.
Okay, so Gerald, because he's the grandfather of table topics in Singapore, so we will abstain him. So please take a pick from the 10 names. Everybody qualified, is it, Gerald?
I will update the chat. I think there's one time disqualification, but I think let's let it go.
Okay, all right. Seems like you can vote for everyone. So please take a pick, vote for someone, anyone you like, based on all the 10 speeches you've heard today. We can give ourselves about 30 seconds to do that, and the results will appear on Willie's side, and he will update us all at the end. Okay, I shall vote. Okay, I've done mine. So take this next 30 seconds to continue to vote. In the meanwhile, I'll hand over back the microphone to our Toastmaster of the evening. Give it up for Wu Yanping.
Okay, thank you very much, Hakim, for warming us up. It's a very good warm-up session. Okay, we are coming to the break now. Okay, let's take a break of 5 minutes. Come back at, okay, let's see the time now. It's 10:07, 10:12 p.m. and come back. Thank you.
Yeah, Evan, what's up?
Next time we can do a Facebook Live.
Possible?
Possible. With Zoom, you can actually do a Facebook Live directly. People will be aware about the club, and then people will just come by.
Yeah, now setting questions for another club meeting.
No worries, I'm actually doing a Pathways workshop sharing in my phone.
Oh. Yeah, that's how crazy my question can be. When I say crazy means crazy.
No, I love it. I love the challenge of the innovativeness.
Yeah, I had to tempt people with bottle of alcohol just to make them perform now. So that's the way here in Singapore.
I was talking to Mr. Po Kim Xiong last time, like, you guys have to have a Singapore online club. He said he has to think about it.
The old birds are really slow until I throw drastic question. Do you know I predicted Po Kim Xiong test speaker back in 2009 when he was a chief judge? I predicted his test speaker.
I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't know, but I done enough analysis of a person that I can predict who you attract and who you call. It's really the kind of analysis I spend. It's crazy.
But it's good. It praise the flexibility that any Toastmaster can come by and share. Like for us, I'm doing online meetings with Malaysia, sometimes from China to Malaysia, so to build a bond, and then China to Japan, occasionally.
Yeah, well, you got my usual question, chicken crossing the road, the turkey, so everybody will start to hear me use these kind of animals. Everywhere in my questions. That's me.
You should put in some Halloween questions.
Nah, that's not my popular. I normally rarely call for Halloween. I will question book of table topics.
Okay.
It gets so serious. Every time it's coming out with new one.
It's always good to think out the.
Good morning. Good morning.
Anyone talking? Hello.
Morning, Cindy. Good morning.
Oh,
morning.
Then is there any table topic?
like
Did I miss out anything?
Yeah, you missed the fun.
What's the silent now?
It's our break time lah. I don't know when they are starting. They should be starting soon.
Oh, on my way home.
Yeah, 1 minute of silence to count the chickens.
What time start again?
I am starting now.
Okay, starting. Okay, mute your microphone. Yamping, okay.
Okay, we are coming now. We are coming to the presenter. Okay, first of all, I would like to ask Joanne. Joanne, can you hear me? Okay, Joanne will be the first speaker for the night. Aaron will be the evaluator. Okay, Joanne will be presenting a manual from the Dynamic Leadership Level 1 Project 3. Her title is, let me see, sorry, the title
It's
yes. Okay, Joanne, can you hear me?
yes, yes, I can.
Okay, let me see what is your project title. Give me a while, sorry.
It's Voice Against Violence, yes.
All right, okay. Give me a while, sorry. I think there's some technical glitch, sorry.
That's okay, no problem.
Okay, Aaron, can you read out the objectives of the project?
That was a sudden call. I have to check back the evaluation form.
No problem. Okay.
This is me. Timing device is here. For those who need my support. Shan also is a backup timer in the group. Researching and presenting. So it's 5 to 7.
So the purpose of this project is to learn or review basic research methods and present a well-organized, well-researched speech of any topic.
Okay, the timing the timing for all projects, it's 5 to 7 minutes. At 5 minutes, it's green color. Jared, can you show? Okay. At 6 minutes, it's a yellow light. 7 minutes, it's a red light. So, Joel, you will be given 30 seconds to wrap up.
You see a blue screen means you're out of time. That is to help you. Okay. This is the technical support side from my side.
Okay, no problem. Thank you, Gerald. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah.
Joel, yes, you may start now.
Yes. So, friends, I'm going to talk about a very, very sensitive issue today. This is voice against violence. Now, violence against whom? Violence against women. Violence against women is a worldwide problem, and it's affecting women of all races, nationalities, and ethnicity. It is a violation of the most fundamental human right. President, fellow Toastmasters, and guests, worldwide statistics show that women are abused every 3 minutes. That means this is just a reported incidence. So if this is a reported incidence, then we wonder how many cases are actually unreported. So then should we say that women are abused each and every second? Many societies are patriarchal, and we really need to eliminate this gender inequality. So then how can we reform our society? I have proposed here 5 ways to reform our society. First is to increase the literacy rate. I mean, when you say to literacy rate and compare it to the sex ratio. What I strongly propose here, and I'm a strong advocator, is of educating women. And not just educating women, but making education free for all women, not just up until the primary level, but all the way up until the college level or university level. Make the education absolutely free. This will not only increase, it will absolutely increase awareness, but will also increase the rate of reporting. Women will come out strongly up and report if they identify any kind of sexual harassment or abuses, within the society, even if they view it in their colleges, in their schools, if they view it with their friends, it will strongly motivate them to come up and report these cases. India has a very high success rate of increasing awareness by making education free for all the primary level, by making all the education free for all the primary level women, girls. But I would strongly encourage all the education system and all the best universities and all the universities in the world to make education free for women up until the university level. The second way I would strongly promote reforming the society is by recruiting more women in the law enforcement agencies, especially and also in the political seats, making more female board representation across all political seats and law enforcement agencies. The reason why I strongly say is because sexually assaulted cases are extremely sensitive issues, and we need people who are we need a more humane approach. I'm not saying that men are less compassionate or something, but women have that inherent qualities of offering more compassionate services by virtue of just raising kids in the house, having, sharing more domestic responsibilities. And, and so my strong proposal would be to have more women as female officers. Also, because, usually female officers are better at diffusing potentially violent confrontational issues by making it making it more having more less authoritarian approach, being more effective communicators, and relying less on physical force, so they can diffuse more and have more compassionate approach towards these issues. Thirdly, I would encourage, propose also to educate bystanders by making mandatory comprehensive bystander intervention programs, implementing those programs at college levels, school levels, and making actually this bystander program one of the program which is a core course. How this will help is by reducing the incidence of crime, and may bring behavioral changes in attitudes of how people view women in the society, how beliefs are there, and how social and cultural norms are there in order to respect women, make women more respectful, and having better peer group relationship within the gender, and will actually reduce gender inequality. And may also affect condition of perpetration and victimization. Fourth, I would propose is by making self-defense programs mandatory, such as taekwondo, karate to women, making them more accessible to women across school levels and college levels. It will making it accessible and freely available. That is absolutely free of cost. The fifth way I would strongly propose is appointing counselors, especially specialized in dealing with sexually assaulted cases for victims, and especially counselors who have who are able to deal with issues such as depression, anxiety, low self-esteem, and with suicidal, especially with dealing with suicidal tendencies. So I would conclude by saying that please increase the literacy rate, recruit more women in the law enforcement agencies, have more female board representation in the political seats, educate the bystanders, make this program more mandatory, at all levels, make it more as a core course. Fourthly, have a mandatory self-defense program, and appoint counselors everywhere in schools and colleges, especially at those levels, and also in companies and across the societies. I strongly believe that if you implement these other the above five reforms, we will greatly reduce the statistics of crime against women. Back to you, Toastmasters of the day. Thank you for the opportunity.
Okay, thank you, Joanne, for your speech, on ways to empowering women. In some countries, women are victimized. So these are the possible suggestions to reduce victimization of women. Okay, the next speaker in line is Shanshan. Yes, okay, Shanshan, are you ready? Hi, can you wait for me? Are you ready? Shanshan? Okay.
Yep, I'm ready.
Good. Okay, good. Okay, your evaluator. Okay, your evaluator is Janice. Yeah, okay, more about Shanshan. Shanshan likes to travel, and she joined Toastmasters to conquer the fear of public speaking. Okay, the speech is 5 to 7 minutes. I will not repeat how the light is going to operate. The title of the speech is Laughter is the Best Medicine. Okay, over to you, Shanshan.
Project if evaluators no need to speak.
Okay, yes. Okay, may I have the object evaluator? Let me see. What's the evaluator? Huh? What's the...
I am.
Yeah, can you evaluator? Yes. Can you read out the objectives?
The purpose of the speech is to practice writing speech with emphasis on adding language to increase interest and impact. And the competencies are to recognize the difference between literal and figurative language, identify the best use of literal and figurative language when presenting to an audience, use literary elements to enhance your speeches, correctly implement verbs adjectives and adverbs in your speech to create vivid descriptions, and to use evocative language to create memorable speeches. Back to you.
Right. Okay. Ready?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Now, how many of you have traveled to a country and realized that you have lost something? Though it's not your fault, it's not anything, but you travel in a foreign country and you have lost something. How many of you have that experience? Well, in 2017, I traveled down to the Balkans, and Balkan regions actually consist of a few countries: Bosnia, Herzegovina, Croatia, Bulgaria, Montenegro, Slovenia, as well as Bulgaria and Kosovo. So these are the few countries that makes up the Balkan regions. Now, while visiting the tourist attraction in Split, Croatia, I have this experience of seeing pickpockets at work. How? What? Why do you mean? How do I see it at work? As you see, in Split, there's one main tourist attraction, which is called the Dotitian Palace, built in the 4th century, and it's once fortress-like complex. Actually, was once home to thousands of people. Now, it's home to bars, hotels, the ruins of the palace walls, cathedrals, and you name it. Whichever you can find, the shops are there. Now, while taking photos, what you can see is actually the ruins of the palace walls. It's a very sprawling palace wall, and at the back, where you take the photo, it will be a very, very beautiful picture that will come out. Now, when you are taking pictures, I was also taking pictures. And one of the fellow travelers was trying to take a photo by posting sideways, left sideways, right sideways, and also trying to do what we call any posture that you can think of for taking photos. That is what happens to her when she takes photos. She will stand at one spot, turn around at the other spot, whichever spot she thinks is beautiful and the angle that she wants to capture. Now, while she's posting for photos, a group of gentlemen accidentally bumped into her and said nothing and just left. Okay, she thought nothing about it, continued posting for photos. 5 minutes later, she finally post finished. She wanted to use her phone to take the pictures again, as it was taken from another person's phone. So she looked into her pockets. Where's my phone? Oh no, my phone is gone. And what happened to the phone? It was being taken by the group of men that bumped into her. Following me so far? Now, the purpose of this speech actually is to share with you some preventive measures to prevent your stuff being stolen by pickpockets while you are traveling overseas. Number one, do not wear jackets without side zippers. If you have jackets that without side zippers, don't bring it overseas, because they can just easily swipe your phone from the side pockets without zips. Right, so this is the number tip. Do not wear jackets or hoodies without side zippers. Number two, gentlemen, do not put your wallets in the back of your pants, because it's also easily taken away by pickpockets without you realizing it. Now, the third point. As we know, we like to wear our backpacks on our backs because it's called backpacks for a reason. To prevent pickpockets, we have to turn it into front packs, meaning you carry your backpacks in your front, so that you can keep an eye on your belongings, keep everything within your control. Because the same person who had her phone stolen was targeted again while heading to a restaurant. Her bag was not zipped and she carried it on the side. The reason why her bag wasn't stolen or her belongings wasn't stolen is because she met an inexperienced pickpocket that could not think of an excuse by bumping into her and running away. So, ladies and gentlemen, carry your backpacks in your front, making it a front pack. Based on these 3 tips I have, actually I have more, but it's a story for another time. And I'm hoping that these 3 tips that I mentioned, side zippers, do not put your wallet in the back pocket, as well as front packs, will help you enjoy your trip to the fullest and not to worry about lost items. Now, I'll sign off by saying this line from a quote from Ibn Battuta: traveling, it leaves you speechless, but it turns you into a storyteller. Thank you. Back to you, Toastmasters of the evening.
Okay.
Okay, thank you, Shanshan, for sharing with us tips on how to deter pickpockets at overseas.
Okay, sorry to interject, Yan Ping. Handing the timing over duty to Shanshan. Shanshan is taking over.
Okay, sure. So should we doing the timer?
Yes, she'll take over from here already.
Okay, sure. Okay, the second speaker is Hamdrick. Okay, Hamdrick, can you hear me? Can you wave? Hamdrick, yes. Okay, Hamdrick, okay, can you unmute? Okay, he is doing the advanced manual, humanly speaking. The timing is 5 to 7 minutes. The evaluator is WeWack. WeWack, can you read out the objectives of the project?
Right, the objectives that I received here is to be doing a project conversing with ease. Is that right, Henry?
Sorry, I cannot hear very clearly.
What did you say?
Is your project conversing with ease?
Okay, the project is advanced manual, humorously
speaking, and advanced manuals on the CC manuals,
Yeah.
not the platforms.
So, because the one that I received is you will need to talk about techniques to use in conversing with strangers.
No, not at all.
Okay.
Not at all.
And I received an inaccurate evaluation.
Okay.
Sorry.
I apologize for that. This is what it's something else.
Okay.
But if you can help me with it, can you read out the objectives for me so I can write it down, please?
Wait, let's see. I will fix it.
Okay.
So the objectives are prepare a speech that opens and closes with humorous stories. Include jokes in the speech body to illustrate points to maintain audience interest. Deliver the jokes and story smoothly and effectively.
Okay. All right. So we're
Yes.
expecting a very entertaining speech from you. It's a good way to start a Friday. Yay.
Yes, good.
All righty. All the best then.
Okay, thank you. My mother teach me a lot what to do or not to do. She told me what was right or wrong. But how many things my mother even told me, she's certainly forgotten one or another, like this one. Mrs. Toastmasters, members, honored guests, don't go on a blind date. I have been talking to a girl at least 16 times on the phone, and I was in love. I was definitely passionate in love, at least in her voice. I have a feeling she was in love too. Anyway, we decided to meet in a restaurant and a town a little bit far away from us. And my friends warned me, don't go to a blind date. You don't know what it is. Of course, what can happen, I said. There's nothing wrong with that. I go to a blind date. Yes. Then I asked myself, what did not happen? We decided to take a drink before dinner, so I was waiting at the bar. I was waiting and waiting and waiting. Suddenly, after 1.5 hours, she showed up in a police car. I just hoped that our table could be the restaurant kept our table, so we'd be there on time. I just wonder, what do you expect from when you see the first view of the woman you love? You see her, and what are your reaction? I don't remember what I believed that time, but it was certainly not what I saw. Out from a police car, coming a 190 centimeter, 6.3 feet tall woman. And the first thing she do is begin to laugh. And I just, what do you do in this situation? Well, I try to be a gentleman, but in this situation, I have already forgot about her lovely voice. She goes to me and give me a hug on my shoulder. I was supposed to she could give me on my cheek, but she didn't. She's sorry for the delay, but she had got robbed and she needed to report it to the police. And those lovely policemen drive me down her to it. Well, okay, fine. Then we go to the bar and have myself a lovely glass of wine. I really like that wine, actually. And she did it too, unfortunately. But we began to know each other. She was told me she was living in a little place outside this town, and she wants to be a bartender or a cosmetologist. During that time, we had a conversation. She managed to drink 4 glasses of wine. And I told myself, this would not be good. So, and she began to ask me, where are you from? Well, I'm from Malmö, a little town outside here. Well, you have these town's accents, she said. No, I'm not, just living outside. Otherwise, you are from this town or you're sitting in prison. Oh my God, what was that? What have I gone into? After 2 more wines and some normal chatting, we walked to the restaurant and passed in a park. I guess it was very romantic. And I tried to look at each other. She looked at me. 1, 2, 3. Right vomit at my shoe. Thank you very much for that lovely. And it was a little short walk, but I was actually hungry. And I think we finally went to a restaurant, got us a flat table, and then she opened her mouth again. I'm so sorry, but I have so much diarrhea now, and I really love wine. There's no problem with that. Now she made me lose my appetite too. We got the menu, and we read it, and actually barbecue ribs was actually interesting. But then she told me, "Are you barbecue ribs? Are you an animal? You're going to eat food with your hands and get sauce all over your face and finger and stare in my eyes while you do it? Are you're either alpha or just crazy, probably both." I just want to go away from here, that's for sure. But then I said, why shouldn't have lobster for me? Then she said, well, don't do that. Then you only want to split the bill for us. Of course. So don't take it. Okay, we decided we should have fish for me, both of us. It was very good fish. And she enjoyed it. But then she called the waiter. I was just, what? Excuse me, is this fish from the aquarium over there? Aquarium fish? I was just going down on the table and don't want to have anything to do with her. But don't give up. Maybe the night is short. The waiter did not get the question. Keep his face. But I believe when he walked into the kitchen, he fell on the floor and began laughing to death. And I still remember it, I guess, from that restaurant. How to serve an aquarium fish. I like to have a dessert, and we discussed it. And I want ice cream. Ice cream, she said. Are you 8 years old or something? And then we have a discussion about that. And we couldn't decide, so we have some coffee. And then we began chatting a little bit more and asked her, how are you going to get home? I said, well, no, I will stay with a friend, she said. But thank you for reminding me. She called her friend. I tried to not to listen, but I heard some voice. What is wrong with you, she said. Do you want sex or not? Okay, fine. She put on the phone and called the next friend and said the same thing. Oh my God. I give up. I go down. I'm invisible, totally invisible. We sat there just looking at each other. And she ended while she was sleeping on the couch. I paid, I left. I stopped for a long time being a gentleman. I never heard from her again. But rumors said she was living in New York on Manhattan. Whatever you do, don't go on a blind date. This is Toastmaster members on a guest.
Thank you, Henrik, for your humorous speech and how you met a lady and the humorous story behind it. Okay, next. Okay, the next speaker is Alicia Tia. Alicia Tia, can you hear me? Hi, Alicia.
Yes, I can
Okay,
hear
Alicia.
you.
Okay, can you? Okay. Okay, Alicia will be doing a project from the advanced manual, The Entertaining Speaker, Speaking After Dinner. Okay, the timing is 8 to 10 minutes. So at 8 minutes, it's green color. At 9 minutes, it's yellow color. Okay, at 10 minutes, it's red color. So after that, you'll be given 30 seconds to wrap up the speech. Okay, the evaluator is Jay. Okay, Jay, could you read out the objectives of the project?
The speaker is attempting her project 5 of entertaining speech. Objective of the speaker are to first, prepare an entertaining talk on a specific theme. Second, deliver the talk using the skills developed in the preceding projects. Time is 8 to 10 minutes, and the speech title is to ban or not to ban PMDs. That is not the question. 14.
Okay, Alicia, you can start.
Okay. Beep, beep. Whoa, that was a close shave. Just 10 centimeters before I was hit by an e-scooter. This happened while I was chatting with my friend and walking along the sideway after a fabulous Friday dinner. Chartered President, distinguished guests, and fellow Toastmasters, have you ever had a near accident with an e-scooter? I've had my share of close shaves, but does it warrant the call to ban e-scooters or PMDs? Let me share with you why there is more to it than to focus on to ban or not to ban PMDs. Back to the walk, we stopped to have some dessert and discussed what just happened. My friend says fiercely, Alicia, I hope the government bans all PMDs. Yes, there have been calls to ban PMDs because of fatal and collision accidents, especially after the death of 65-year-old cyclist Madam Ong Bi-eng, following a collision with a PMD rider. Between 2017 and 2018, there were 228 reported incidents involving PMDs on public paths, of which 196 resulted in injuries. So there have been 8 deaths reported in the media, which were PMD-related accidents since 2016. And most of these accidents have involved PMD riders themselves, who have either fallen from their own devices or got hit by other vehicles. Now, the increase in accidents is also mirrored in other countries, such as USA. There were more than 1,500 people injured in the e-scooter accidents since late 2017, with the emergence of e-scooter sharing firms like Bird and Lime. In fact, in Singapore, there has been an online petition to ban PMDs, and e-bikes have gathered traction following Madam Ong Bi-eng's death. More than 68,000 signatures as of October 10. This has prompted our Senior Minister of State for Transport, Dr. Janil Puthucheary, to state that a ban on PMDs was possible if rider behavior did not improve. Nevertheless, he went on to say during an interview with CNA 938 that while ban could be considered, he does not see it as a necessity right now. We certainly can't ban PMDs because the rise of PMD is a sign of progress. More PMDs means less people driving cars. We can move forward to a car-like society. PMDs has enabled the food delivery industry, although only 5% of the riders use PMDs. Reignited bike shops, created jobs, and allowed tourists to explore Singapore, and upgraded the bike auntie and uncles into e-scooter auntie and uncles. Certainly, times have changed. Today, things are different. The trendiest mode of transport is personal mobility device or PMDs. It is a love-hate relationship. You either love them or you hate them. We can strive to make Singapore's highway just as self-regulating and self-organizing fluid system as Vietnam's. But the irony is they were trained by kiosks, and on average, 1 person dies of a traffic accident every hour in Vietnam, for those aged between 15 and 29 years. Hopefully, with better regulation in Singapore, like allowing PMDs only on shared paths and roads, not footpaths, and enforcement with speed cameras and better designed pavements with clear demarcation of space, where different species of users can learn to coexist. I love the PMDs which come with a mini 12 to 14-inch wheels with low and wide seats. I love it when I see these giant dwarfs stop next to me at the red light so I can look down on them and show off my nice bicycle outfit. And I prepare to race with them using my 7-speed gears. Alas, I can't beat them for using my 20-inch foldies, gear size, but I can block them in their path. But I hate the standing e-scooters. The blinding light makes me feel like I've died and gone to heaven. Coupled with the deafening house music is a recipe for disaster. Suddenly, chemical reaction within me brews, and I release the Gordon Ramsay in me. I shout out, "Hey, hey, your lights are blinding me! Too bright!" But when I've calmed down, I think to myself, once I receive the latest portable PND, the Mini Falcon, that fits in my backpack, I would then be able to get the zippy beast burst of speed with my leg-powered PMD than a bicycle. I could move in jerky fashion, crawling whenever there were people, but bursting into hyperspeed once the space was clear. I think I will fall in love with the Mini Falcon as I see myself corners of Singapore to explore and do more errands more efficiently. Yes, PMDs have intruded have now been transformed into mini highways. This is quite a highway. There's no highway other than Singapore that has a bus stop across its entire. Does a highway have users who frequently make unexpected moves, such as the elderly, who walk as though it's their grandfather's path, playful children, and adults texting with their headphones, and personal mobility aids and other PMDs. So should we also ban these pedestrians who walk around recklessly? We can always find them and regulate their behaviors. Best still, find both these reckless people and the reckless PMD riders. Make them wear ugly bicycle helmets and do community work. This should certainly regulate their behavior. As the saying goes, if you can't beat them, then join them. I await the arrival of my Mini Falcon. Back to you, Toastmaster of the evening.
Yeah, thank you, Alicia, for your speech, about personal mobility devices and expressing your views, about this equipment. Yeah, the next speaker is Pallavi. Yes. Okay, she will be doing a manual. She will be doing a speech from the advanced manual storytelling. Okay, the evaluator is Alicia. Yes, okay, just now you have presented your speech. Alicia, can you read out the project objectives?
Yes, sure. The project objectives is to understand the purpose of stories about historical events or people. To use the storytelling skills developed in the preceding projects to tell a story about a historical event or person. Time taken will be 7 to 9 minutes. Good luck to you. Over to you, Toastmaster of the evening.
Hey, Pallavi, okay, at 7 minutes, okay, the light will be green color. At 8 minutes, it's yellow. At 9 minutes, it will be red. Okay, after that, you'll be given 30 seconds to wrap up your speech. All the best, Pallavi.
Yeah, thank you, Wiping. I would just like to check before I start, like, am I audible enough? Because just now I ran out of my battery, so I've just plugged in. Audible enough, right?
I can hear you.
Yeah,
yes,
thank
I
you
can
so
hear you
much.
now.
Thank you so much.
Your speech, sorry.
Sorry. Okay, the title of my speech is A BCD Journey.
I repeat, the title of my speech is A BCD Journey. Can I start? Can I start? Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Life is all about choices. How many of you agree with me? Life is all about the choices that we make. I think everyone in each and every stage of our life must have agreed that life is all what the choices we have made so far. And in the words of Dallin H. Oakes, I would like to state something. Desires dictate our priorities. Desires dictate our priorities. Priorities shape our choices. Priorities shape our choices, and choices determine our actions. Now, my title, A BCD Journey, means a journey or a birth to death journey. So, a birth dash death journey. And that C stands for the choices that we make in our life, and hence a BCD journey. Now, today I have an action on me, or I have a call on action where I have to bring a history to life. And I had been pondering since evening at what should I talk to everyone about, or what chapter of history should I open up and discuss with everyone. And as I said, quoted in the words of Dallin H. Oakes, that the desires makes the choices, and the choices makes actions, which determine our journey from birth to death. Now, during the thinking process, I thought recently, we being Hindus, we just had our festival Deepavali. And Deepavali is a festival of joy, a festival where good gets victory over bad, where we welcome Lord Rama to our houses and we kill the demons within us. So I thought, why not open a chapter from our holy book Ramayana and discuss the history and bring it alive. Now, before I open the book of Ramayana to discuss the story or to share the story or to bring the story alive, I would like to just translate the word history in Hindi, which means itihas. I repeat, the history word in Hindi means itihas. Now, itihas means it is, it was, and it will be. So whatever happened in history is there, was there, and in the future generations to come, it will remain there. So it is very wise on our part that we learn from the history, and especially from the one that I'm going to bring out today, because it's seen in our daily part and parcel of our life. So from the holy book Ramayana, Ramayana is all about Lord Rama and a demon king called Ravana. Now, Lord Rama is an epitome of gentleness, soberness, goodness, all the positive qualities imbibed in any gentleman. He truly represented a noble soul. And here I would like to pick up one of the table topics that Joanne did today. Knowledge is powerful and character is respected. Now, Lord Rama was a truly symbolizing, or a truly person who depicted that he was an epitome of knowledge, as well he was a person of character, wit, and everything that a thorough gentleman needed. On the other hand, the second character that I'm going to talk about today is Ravana. Ravana, when we compare to Lord Rama, I would say stands on an equal platform when it comes to knowledge. Ravan was no less than Lord Rama in knowledge or any other aspect. He was an ardent follower of God as well. He was an ardent worshipper, and he had so many powers bestowed from all the other gods that he had supreme powers that he could do anything in the world. And because of that, okay, now can you hear me? Yeah. So when I level Lord Rama and Lord Demon King Ravan, they were on the same platform. But gradually what we saw, that the character of Ravana went down. Despite of being a knowledgeable person, having the same knowledge as God, he had built such a character, a diminished character, that his character was down, and as a result of which he was killed by Lord Rama. Now, how did this gap happen? I'll share the story about that. Now, Lord Rama had a very beautiful wife, and Ravana saw her, and he wanted to acquire her. So that was one of the biggest vices that Ravana possessed. Now, again, I would like to just bring in a small saying that I've heard ever since I was a child. It's an Indian saying that the root cause of all the major problems arises or stems from three things. In Hindi, we call it Jar, Joru, and Jameen. And I translate it to Hindi, that means wealth, women, and land. All the causes of any kind of dispute in the world focuses or centers around these three things. I repeat, wealth, women, and land. Over here, the character-wise that Ravana built over here was women. He had a bad eye on someone else's women. As a result, he abducted Sita. He took to his kingdom and he confined her over there and he compelled her to marry him. But she didn't budge or she didn't give up to her demands. And as a result, what happened? Lord Rama, along with the rest of the gods, he went to his kingdom, he attacked them, the kingdom, and he fought for a lot many days. And I think everyone has heard about the monkey god. Here, Hanuman came up as a monkey god who was again a man with great character and is truly respected till date and even worshipped. So with the help of all the gods in the monkey army, Lord Rama went to the Lanka. He killed Ravana, and then that shows that whatever thing we do or whatever choices that we make, it has to be thought well before, because our choices define our character, our choices define our actions. And if we really want to have a good life or a fortune in future, what should we do? We should always put a control on our desires. We should always see that what we desire for, and as a result, what do we make a choice for? Now, henceforth, I would like to say that our desires, as in the story, we can see that Ravana had a wrong desire. His wrong desire compelled him to make a wrong choice. As a result of wrong choice, he did a wrong action. And because of a wrong action, he was killed. And this is a history which every year we celebrate. Every year, a dummy of Ravana is made 20 days before Deepavali, where he's bursted out, he's killed, just to symbolize that we need to kill the vices, the bad thing within us. So I would like to apply the same history thing in our day-to-day life, that in our day-to-day life, it is very, very important for us to understand what is our desire, because being human beings, we have infinite number of desires, but we need to understand what our desire is. Is it right or wrong? If it is right, we need to pursue it ahead. But if it is wrong, we need to understand that why it is wrong. And I think such stories from the history are always showcasing us the right and the wrong path. So at the end, I would just like to say that history it will be there, it was, and it will remain. So for us being a noble beings, it is very necessary that we learn from the history and do not repeat the mistake that has been done in the past, because we would not like to have an end like Ravana. We all would like to have an end like Lord Rama, where people worship him for his good deeds. Likewise, each one of us do certain good deeds in our day-to-day life so that people remember us for our good deeds. And with that, I give you a choice at the end, that what will you choose? The right one or the wrong one? Over to you, the Toastmaster of the evening. Thank you.
Okay, let me repeat. Okay, thank you, Pallavi, for your speech. I still can remember the story. I read about it when I was a young child, so I'm actually familiar with the story. So with that, okay, we come to the end, of the presenter speech. So we will go on to the evaluation. Okay, so we will have the first evaluator. Let me see here, sorry. Can I have Aaron?
No, there's a question. Do we have to vote for the best speaker first?
Okay. Yes, let's vote no, for the best speaker first before we proceed to the evaluator. Okay, yes. Okay, you should see the post no, on your screen.
Alicia's timing is 7 minutes 38 seconds. Below 8 minutes, does it qualify?
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
I couldn't see the timer.
Can you see the timing? Can you see the timing?
I couldn't see the timing just now.
Huh? Because the one was
can.
8 minutes. Your thing will the green light will come on 8 minutes.
Couldn't see the timer just now.
No, it will come on 8 minutes, the green light, so it's below 8 minutes. There's no green light yet.
Wonder I couldn't see.
Yeah, because it's below 8 minutes, not yet.
Okay. First time I spoke under time.
All right.
Okay, is everyone done with the voting? Do you need more time? Okay, we will continue with the evaluation. Okay, for the first evaluator will be Aaron. Okay, could you start your evaluation?
Okay, thank you very much, though. Fellow Toastmaster and most distinguished guests, it's my honor to be evaluating Joan on Voice Against Violence, Project 1.3, which is researching and presenting. Well, first of all, I'd like to congratulate her for passing this project. Let's give a round of applause for her first. If you don't applaud, you can actually wave. We usually do it online like that. So what are the good traits about Joan in her speech? She's like a professor. It's like whatever she's saying, it's more like a conversation than presenting. When you have a conversation with everyone else, you're presenting. You're not really just presenting. You're actually engaging. So we get to know more about where Joan is coming from. There are quite a lot of things that she was actually putting in her researching and presenting. 5 reforms. And I was like, wow, does she have enough time? That's the first consideration I was thinking. And then it kind of make it through. And I can see where she's coming from with quite a lot of backgrounds with things that is from other countries as a reference. Now, if I want to be a bit picky on the researching and presenting is that researching and presenting focus on 3 different points. 1, I need to do enough concrete evidence to be credible speaker. What do you mean by credible? Meaning that you believe in me. So do you believe in what Joan is saying? For me, I do believe it. So first test done. Second test, is her information, we call it KISS, keep it simple and short. Is it simple enough? Now, after hearing from 5 reforms, the only message that goes through my brain is a slight summary of everything. But can I remember all 5 reforms clearly? That will be Joan's first challenge. Keep it simple and short, wrap it up in a couple of sentences, and that's all. Second thing, the third point that I would like to talk about is that when we talk about in online speech itself, first thing, never turn your webcam sideways. Why? It's very simple. Because there's no eye contact. It's just like I'm looking at you right now. If I'm reading a script, I'll be like, you can see my eye contact is not looking at you. So that's a break. So next time when you're actually doing the speech itself, focus on the camera, not on the screen. Then you have more directness. In researching and presenting, it's dry materials. To engage with people, you have to build their eye contact. Now, one more tip for researching and presenting is that when we do this project, we always have props. What are my props? This is a prop. Other props such as graphs or maybe pictures of where your resource is coming from. that can add the credibility to us to believe in you. So I want to see some statistics or some reforms in maybe cartoon characters or maybe in just 1 to 2 sentences so that we can watch and listen and digest what you say. Because there has to be a time whereby after your conversation, then comes the digestion, then comes the illustration. So you actually have to present it. So that will be the 3 challenges I would like to go to John, because it will be a great speech after its refinement. Back to you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Sorry. Okay, thank you very much, Aaron, for evaluating John's speech. Okay, the next evaluator will be Dennis. Okay, the timing will be 2 to 3 minutes.
Okay. Oops.
Okay,
I have my timer here next to me too, so I can keep track. Okay. All right. So Toastmasters and Sean, tonight your presentation was out of the engaging humor path, and your project was to use descriptive language. And it was quite an interesting presentation that you gave us. It was something that probably many of us might encounter, since I imagine most of us do a lot of traveling. So it was something that we could all relate to. It had pretty good organization. You first set up the situation where you were talking about traveling, and you gave us a location, and you described a situation where there was a problem. And then you gave us the solution to that and gave us 3 tips in which to follow so that we don't encounter this problem again. At the very beginning, though, when I heard the title of your speech, your title was "Laughter is the Best Medicine." So I kept listening and waiting for something to really make me laugh. And I guess the part that you would make us a little bit laugh was when you talked about backpack, and you told us to turn it around backwards so that you had the backpack actually frontward. So I think that might be the laughter in your presentation. But the main part of your presentation, your project, was to use descriptive language and possibly use things like metaphor and symbolism. And I think that's the part where you need to work on this a little bit more. I didn't feel that you actually accomplished that in many ways. When you talked about a palace and a cathedral, you might say something about, at least say that it's enormous, or compare it to another cathedral that we might all recognize, or maybe just say that it had these very big spires and it was very beautiful. It had something like that. You also then talked about a sprawling wall, and maybe you could compare it with maybe something like the Great Wall of China, and so there would be a comparison and contrast there. So it might be either bigger than or less than. You were talked about when the person finally figured out that they had lost their phone or they were looking for it, and you could have added something more descriptive, or at least saying that they were frantically looking for the phone. So I felt that this project could have been improved by following a little bit more of the requirement for your presentation, to add more descriptive language, to use things like metaphor and symbolism and hyperbole and those types of things. So I would recommend that possibly you do this speech again and give it to another group and try to incorporate some extra words that would be more descriptive for this presentation. Back to you, Madam Toastmaster.
Okay, thank you, Dennis, for your evaluation. Okay, the next evaluator is Vivek. Okay, Vivek, can you give your evaluation? It's 2 to 3 minutes.
Alrighty. Henrik, where are you, my brother? Oh, there you are. Okay, hold on. The time has not started.
Okay, Shanshan is
I'm
doing
here. I'm here. I'm
the
listening.
timing.
Yes.
Today in Singapore is Friday, and definitely there are many people out in the clubs and pubs, pub area, looking out for dates. If they are out on a blind date, I'm sure they do not want to listen to your story. not yet at least, until they get back home. Today we were transported to a whirlwind of a date experienced by Henrik, and I really enjoyed it thoroughly. Quite an experience you have. Is something wrong? Okay. The first thing I love about your speech is your stories. Your story is raw and it's so real that it feels as though it just happened and you just came back from that big experience only to come to us and treating this whole Toastmasters meeting like a therapy room for you, explain to us everything about it. And that is only possible because it is your own story. It is not a made up, fictitious story. And we truly enjoyed it so much. Thank you so much for sharing it with us. And a great story is not possible without good use of words, your descriptive words. And the purpose of descriptive words is to transport us to a different land. And if used properly, it not only entertains us, it helps us paint pictures in our minds. And I really enjoyed that about your story because I can imagine the police car that stopped in front while you were waiting for so long for your date that never came. And that 190 cm lady is a quite big of a tower that just appeared in front of you. And how you end your stories are some parts of your story. Oh, now I need more wine for what just happened. I don't drink wine personally, but I do know that in a day, if you drink more wine, it just helps you to focus more on the positive in a very difficult situation. So good strategy there. And how later on you lost your appetite because somebody just confessed that she had a bout of diarrhea. Yeah, so those words really make your stories come so alive, and I was so submersed in it that the only negative thing that I can come up from this whole speech is your title. Your title is everything you don't want to do on a date. In this story, when you were sharing it with us, I was waiting for what was it that Henrik did to save himself. But I guess that lady overpowered you and she was the one who led you on throughout the whole date. She was leading you from here to there. Even you can't get your ice cream dose. So you did nothing actually. So if it's anything that can be done more accurately in this title would be everything you don't want to happen on a date. That would just make the story more accurate and more befitting of the title. The other thing that I would love for you to try is to attempt this speech again, but not on an online meeting setting, because this speech has great potential for good body gestures, maybe use a prop. Just the potential is immense here. So try again, and if you do, please record it and send it to me. I'd love to watch it. In summary, I really love your story. You used great descriptive words. Thank you for transporting me to a world I've never experienced before. Just be mindful of your title, and I'm sure your speech will be a great entertaining speech for everyone out there. Back to you.
Okay, thank you, Vivek, for the evaluation. And the next evaluator is Jay. 2 to 3 minutes for the timing.
Hello, Toastmasters, and my target speaker, Alicia. I think you started with some big challenges. You had to give an entertaining talk on a specific theme, and the timing was after dinner talk, what we typically call humorously as the graveyard hour, when most people are sleeping, and that was your first challenge. Second was your audience awareness. In an online club, you're not sure what type of audience you're going to encounter. So understanding the audience was your second challenge. The third was, because of this, we could not relate to an acronym, even though I'm a professor and use acronyms a lot. I could not understand the PMD till it came in the chat box. And then I understood that this is a personal mobility device. And that was the same blank expression I saw on most faces. So to say that whether this really entertained, you started with some big, big three challenges. And how did you do? I think I was most impressed with your research. Your talk was informative, it was very forceful, assertive, and it had a call for action because you mentioned about 64,000 signatures being collected. It demanded action, but the timing and your challenges were such that only 16 faces were without smiles. Now, that's not a compliment. It was supposed to entertain. And that entertainment bit was missing. It was an activist speech. It was an informative speech. It was a very forceful speech. If you had brought in some personal experience into it, for example, if you had said that I was walking on the footpath and suddenly a PMD came with a young boy and it almost touched me or it crashed into me or I had to, move sideways and save myself. And towards the end, if you had warned all of us who were coming out of a dinner after maybe some drinks or heavy dinner, you would have warned that be careful while driving on the road because there may be a PMD which will come and hit you. Your message would have been delivered from straight away. So I will write my detailed evaluation to you, but this is what my response is. I felt a little bit mixed response. I was happy with your, content, your delivery, your clarity of speech, your research, and your own assertiveness and passion toward the subject. But then this wasn't an entertaining topic. Your topic selection was not correct. Over to you, Toastmaster.
Okay, thank you, Jay, for your evaluation. Okay, then the next evaluator is Alicia Chia. And after that, we'll be voting for the best evaluator. Alicia, can I have your evaluation? It's 2 to 3 minutes.
Just a moment, I'm looking for the timer.
Look for Shanshan. Yes. Scroll up. Can you see?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so you can start once you're able to see Shanshan on the screen.
Okay. The club president, to my fellow Toastmasters and guests, and especially to Pavali Singh.
Network issue.
You would start off with an appetizer. She gave us a good title, a BCA journey. First of all, I was thinking, hey, what is BCD journey? Would it be something like building, construction, development? That already intrigued me. And then she brought the audience to the audience. Does desire dictate our priority? Priorities shape our total choices and choices. Life is all about choices. That was the first question she posed to us. And then she was smart enough to put in quotes. Person, desires dictate our priority, and priorities shape our choices, and choices dictate our actions. And I noticed that Pavali is a very engaging speaker as well. She was very forthright with the audience and asked the audience about what chapter or history she would speak on. And then she goes on to tell her story using the latest festival, which is our local festival, Deepavali. And she talked about the story of Lord Rama and Ravanan. The story, I've totally not heard of this story. Did well, I think a lot. Language when she used repetition. History, it was, and it will be. And this she repeated in her conclusion, which she made it very strong. I like it. I like that. Her message was very powerful. And so I believe the audience remembered what she said. But for what she can do better will be that has all online online speeches, there may be technical glitches, and there was one time once it came back, she delivered smoothly. And the other thing is that I would wish her to use more props in her storytelling, so that we can remember better the story. And to end my evaluation, she has the skills of a good storyteller. If she could put in more props and watch her vocal variety, she can be the better storyteller. Back to you, Toastmaster of the evening.
Okay, thank you, Alicia, for your evaluation. So we shall now start voting for the best evaluators. Can we have the, okay, so you should see that now that, okay. Okay, I've done. Has every one of you voted already? Can all of you wave your hands if you are already done? Okay, I see one hand. Okay, Alicia. Okay, Jay. Okay, let me see. Shan, you're done, huh? Okay. Okay, all done, huh? Okay, Willie, Toastmaster Willie, I'll hand the time over to you. Thank you.
Okay. Can I have a drum roll? Because the best evaluator, all the trees. Sorry, give me a minute. Give me a minute. Just give me a minute. Yeah. Okay. Done. Okay, I share my desktop. Okay. The best evaluator Goku. Best table topic Goku Aaron. Best prepared speech Goku Paravi. Best giver and best evaluator Goku Aaron for Hong Kong. Okay, before I go my cozy, here I want to thank everyone for all over the world, including Toastmasters for various online clubs and anywhere in the world who have attended tonight's meeting. Thank you. Okay, let me share my. Okay. Now is the feedback time. Maybe we go to Alicia first.
Give me a minute. Get my screen. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I have your feedback for tonight's meeting?
Tonight's meeting, just a slight technical glitch in the beginning of the meeting where we were supposed to do table topics. It was a slight glitch, but it's okay. We will learn on the as we go on. And today, I didn't do so well myself because for especially the evaluation portion, I think there needed to be a break for evaluators to do their evaluation. So I didn't have enough time to organize. So you can see a bit, my evaluation is not very good today. So I guess I would appreciate at least 5 minutes break evaluator to prepare the evaluation speech.
Okay, noted. Vivi, over to you. I'll come back to you later.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Okay, let's ask for Jay first. Jay, what's your feedback of this meeting tonight?
I quite enjoyed the meet and all the guests.
Is something different or the same like the one in Bangkok, Thailand?
Yeah, much better organized and much better audience this time. A very cross-cultural experience and great learning too, because there were advanced speeches in this session. I just felt that maybe you could do with a general evaluator going forward in your meetings. And that is the only suggestion I have. Maybe it is a demo meeting, therefore you didn't plan for one. But a general evaluator, whether from the club or from the district or area, is always a great way to have a feed forward. Because we can't go back in the past and correct it. We can obviously control the present and future. Thank you. Over to you.
Okay, my question to you. You want to try doing a speech next week? Would you like to do a speech next week online?
Yeah, at this moment I have completed 3 parts, and what I am planning to do is do non-credit learning from the CCA and CL manuals, because I started with pathways and did 3 parts. So yeah, I can do that.
Okay, let me know the program. Okay, over to the TME. The TME. What you like about the meeting and what you see can be improved.
Yeah, there was a technical glitch during the prepared speech. When Pallavi was speaking, and then that's when I realized that the screen just went black. Yeah, this is the first thing. But I think we can learn from this and then carry on from there. And I think, okay, how about also, I think since Alicia was the last evaluator, is it possible to give her probably a 5 minutes buffer time? Then I will just proceed to the evaluation segment. So I think this is something that I want to suggest.
Okay, never mind. The next TME, I will brief the TME better, because this was I think everyone was busy. That's why I never brief you. It's my fault that I never brief you. Okay. Yogurt lady, over to you.
Yum yum. Yum, I want to eat.
I remember muting my microphone, you know. I enjoy this online meeting. It's always a pleasure to meet Toastmasters around the world, and this is a very convenient way to do it. What I do not like is the technological, how technology fails us lah, but that is really beyond our control. And I appreciate that every one of us is trying to make do whatever that we can, given the circumstances that we're in. And if there's anything that could be improved, would be I would appreciate to have an accurate evaluation form sent to me earlier. Cannot hear. I want my evaluation form to be sent to me accurately, the correct one.
Okay, sorry about it. Okay, over to Sasa. What?
You mean over to me?
Yeah.
Okay, it's interesting. Let's see. First time doing an online meeting, which is a different experience altogether, and hopefully to have more experience and enjoy more, because I won't be able to do any club visiting until end of November. So maybe this is the platform that I can visit during this time.
You are one of the chartered member.
Sorry?
You're one of the chartered member.
Oh, okay, okay.
We thought this offline.
I was like, what? Okay,
We
never
thought this
mind.
offline. Okay.
And
so how's your experience being evaluated by someone not in Singapore, not the same person from in Singapore?
Interesting, because in online system you will really see everybody and you will have more feedback, I should say. Yep.
Okay, never mind. Next
That's about
round we'll do the reverse. CJ, over to you.
Yeah, it has been a fun, fantastic, fabulous night. Knowing so many Toastmasters from different parts of the world. Yeah, I will continue to.
Want to do your speech next meeting or not?
Sure, I will let you know.
Okay. Over to Dennis.
Okay, there we go. It was an interesting meeting tonight, and because again we've had some technical issues. I had some this morning early when I started. My computer worked well, but then I had no audio, so then I had to reconnect to my iPad. So I'm running off my iPad for audio, but I'm watching my computer. I think our main problem tonight again was our timing device. I'm not sure if there's a way we can actually just project the digits on the screen so we can be more aware of the time that way, or instead, besides having the light, but having the timing device held up to the screen still isn't quite working right. So I think that's one of the main issues we need to work on so that we can stay on time. But otherwise, I enjoyed the meeting. It's interesting. I'm here in the United States, and here we pay attention to, we have an counter, but I understand and realize that in international meeting, when people are trying to speak in not their main primary language, there are going to be a lot more ahs and ums. So I know that we'll have to disregard that in an international meeting. Back to you.
Okay, thank you, Dennis. Okay. Who else? Okay. Over to Jenny. Jenny, where are you? Feedback.
Sorry, really, me, is it?
Yes.
Okay, but I think you can't see my video now, is it? Because
yeah, you can't see you.
Okay, wait, because I switched over to using a phone on Zoom. I was on my laptop and halfway I switched over. So I was just trying to ways. I think having online meeting reminds me of office corporate meeting. Yeah, so it's like, of course, when you're in the business, in the regional, of course, we need to have this kind of web meeting to get more connection. And it does help when we're in the business world.
Yeah, technology-wise, I think Zoom is considered, is quite well received in many corporates as well, because they have the enterprise version, which is probably much better. I think my concern is that every one of the speakers, the network connectivity on wherever they are is actually very critical, because that impacts, people who are watching, people who are speaking. So I think Alicia, I'm not too sure which network she's using. The network is pretty unstable. So to ensure that if you're going to do online meeting, your place, your country, or your subscription service has to be reliable. With online meeting, you get a lot more restrictions because it's really just facial and vocal. Good practice, but I do, and I personally, because I'm a very I'm a person who is like human to people to people engagement. I still prefer in-person on offline meeting. Online meeting reminds me too much of office meetings. So it's good for people to include people who have a disability, for those who are in the wheelchair. So let me think about how I would like to invite. I'm still thinking about it. I know Willie has told me, trying to reach out to somebody that we can look into people who are not physically mobile to get them to be involved. I think that will be something more exciting because it widens it also helps the community to give an opportunity to be more inclusive, and we can also help people in a different way as well. I mean, that's my personal. For my personal, I will probably not so keen in online, but I believe there are people who will be more beneficial of this opportunity. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. I will think. Okay. Hendrik.
Ask something.
Yeah, wait.
Yes, I'm here.
Who? Okay.
Yes.
Any feedback tonight as compared
Yes,
to last week?
according to last time, the technician issue was not so good today. But on another hand, it is a very good atmosphere. All these people here from all over the world, and we are very fun together. So that builds something up very well. But there's what you could improve too. I like to have some agenda a little bit more, so I can see it during the meeting instead of just coming by and then. I must thank you to making to table topics were very good. And what did I say? About evaluation. It's better to evaluate and talk to each other first, speaker and evaluator, so we can have some communication about what we should have and what we not should have before, or just writing to each other, so it won't be a problem for the evaluator reading the wrong total script for me, for example, if it should be. And I'm awfully very sorry for Pallavi Singh. She did a so great speech, but because of technical problems, we didn't hear the great evaluation of it, and that was very sad. I hope I can have it in some way or another. But otherwise, I like the meeting, and I hope to see you again very soon. Thank you very much for a lovely time, everybody.
Okay, thank you. Okay, over to you, Jessie. A visitor from Malaysia.
Yeah, I'm from Malaysia, Penang.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't expect Toastmaster meeting can be held in this way. It's good to experience this tonight. And thank you for all the sharing tonight. And I wonder, is that possible to have the grammarian to correct some grammar mistake? Because I was wondering some grammar, is it, because I still in the way to improve it lah. So that I wonder, in future we'll have the grammarian to correct the grammar.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we are trying. I supposed to get someone, but I couldn't get anyone. So maybe I will get Riri to be the grammarian. Or Dennis English is quite good in a way. Or Aaron, this two person. So maybe I will discuss with them offline. Okay. Over to our
Me.
Yes, Aaron.
I don't know where to start. You want to hear the good points or the
The good
improvement?
point and the area of improvement.
Good points. Okay, it's a very organized one. I love how Jared is actually showing the grandfatherly part of the table topic side. And I love the question whereby it shows on the slides and stuff, whereby there are quite a lot of choices for us to choose from, which is good. Evaluation wise, quite high standard as well. Love to see this club keep on going for the next 10, 20, 30 years as well. So this is related to good points. Now, from an online experienced point of view, now there are a few things that I would like to make a suggestion. One is before we start the meeting, it will be good to have a 5 minutes or so session whereby people know how to use Zoom. Simple reason. They might not even know how to mute their buttons or switch off the video or even like share the screen, for example. So that will be like an introduction, like we are online, Singapore Online Toastmasters, and we'll be doing a Zoom tutorial before the meeting so that you can get to understand how it's used. Like what are the proper gestures? Like online, there are like this gesture, which is called I cannot hear you. There are gestures like, we usually do this whereby we don't do this. This is Ultraman. So we do the part whereby if unmute, we will actually do this, like unmute yourself, like unmute, because sometimes they will actually forget to unmute. They would be like talking, focus. Oh, unmute. Okay, that's what they do. So that's one more thing. Two is that let them realize that their screen is actually within the rectangular box. So anything that's actually outside, right? Like for example, you can't see my right hand. You might have to give a slight understanding that everything that's available is within the frame that you have. So it's good to remind people, like if you're doing gestures wise, focus within the screen. If you focus too big, like you can't see my fingers anymore. So that's the second tip that you would like to teach them on. Thirdly is just now one of the suggestions, one of the feedbacks is really good. We do not have time for evaluations. What can we do to help that? Is that we give a 1 minute of silence in between so that it allows people to also give some feedbacks and allow the evaluators to have much more time. For online clubs around the world, there are 27 online clubs, 490 online attendance clubs. There are two different types of online clubs. One is fully online right now. One is online attendance, which is online and offline in person, like real life with a video conferencing type. So there are two types. So what we're doing right now is online. So online focus on audio quality and web speed. What do you mean by web speed? Meaning that if we have like Alicia, which is having poor internet quality, do what Dennis did right now. Dennis is actually doing two different accounts to log into this room. One focus on video and one focus on audio. That will actually allow you to save more network in terms of like the reliability of the situation, so that I can see him very clearly, but his voice is also as clear as possible. So that is a backup plan. If we have laggy situation, we'll switch to mobile phone to save the problem. That's what we usually do for online. Finally, for the timer part, it's always important that when we have the timer cards, what I do in my online club is that I will do spotlighting. We will have 5 co-hosts, not just one host. Reason why is very simple. Otherwise, you'll be overburdened as a host. So we have 5 co-hosts, and then the other co-hosts one will focus on chat conversations, one will focus on spotlighting, one will focus on focusing on body gestures. Like I'm looking at your body gestures, whether it makes a difference. So they will actually have these role takers to do that specific roles. I think Jay would definitely know what I'm talking about. Yeah, because he's my member. so yeah. And then one more important point for online is that sometimes, when we have the agenda, why not put on a Google Drive, put a link in the chat box saying this is our agenda. Because remember, Willie, I asked you directly, do you have the agenda? You'd say, check on the Facebook. Okay, I have to look at your very handsome profile picture and try to trace out where the agenda is. So if I were you, the best choice would be like put the agenda with a link so that even as guests, they are not prepared to they do not know what happened. So they click on the agenda link and they will have the overall list. That will help to smoothen the whole process.
Okay.
Finally, last bit would be online clubs usually have meetings for 1 hour and 1.5 hours. Tops, like a Blaze is 1 hour. For our club is 1 hour. For Go Beyond, which is in China, is 1.5 hours. So we can consolidate everything without a break. But we only add the 1 minute break in between for evaluators to have time to wrap up. So that's the only gentle reminder. All in all, great job. You did better than some of the online clubs when they started. So good job. Back to you.
Okay, regarding your feedback, why is it 3 hours or 4 hours? Is reason number one. We do not have enough slot in Singapore. So we are trying to help the district 80 to solve their meeting speaking slot issue. That's why we have why table topic was started earlier, prepare speech and then evaluation. Because a lot of people still are attending club meeting. So the next day is the prepare speech will start at 10 o'clock and it may stretch until 11 or plus. Okay. We try to help club in Singapore do their prepared speech. Like Sansa, who is having some accident, she can still do her speech online. This is a win-win solution for everyone. And I do agree that I will still got this to learn for you because you know where we come from. Okay. Okay, let us go to Aravi.
Okay, for me, Willie, I would say that it's my first online experience. So the positive thing that I liked the most was it was truly a globalization online. What I could say that what I can say is I felt globalization in Toastmasters in a literal way, where all of us are sitting at the same time zone and able to interact and learn from each other, learn the various communication styles and various thought process that is going on in different person's mind. And as regards the glitch issue, yes, I would say that it was there, but yeah, since it's just a start of anything, so anything that starts faces certain problems, and I think over time everyone would be able to solve them out. So yeah.
Okay, let us go to who cannot speak. Okay, Selena, you are the quiet lady over there tonight.
I saw what I heard, I should say, I heard and listened what Aaron feedback that actually the online is challenging is mostly on the technical part that I experienced for these 2 times online meeting. But I found it's interesting and fun for me because I always try to look for online video from YouTube, which from others club members' speech, where I found is limited as well. So for this online meeting, which I can like enjoying live from different people speech, and on the spot I can experience how is the elaborator to elaborate so efficient. So that is a different kind of learning for me in Toastmaster that make me really enjoy learning on it. So yeah, keep on. Thanks.
Okay. Let us go to Jared.
Yeah, okay. Those who have seen me, I was away, from the prepared speech, busy working on the stuff, but lucky the timer device, I think, yes, I will agree with Evan. Someone need to coordinate and co-host the timing. The co-host will resolve the coordination work or the load on surviving on us. because we can share our different screens and maybe it will help the timer lessen the load, because I also have a timer set up in my systems here everywhere. So this was done previously in other clubs in Singapore, so I managed to come out with this one in the GIFT, so not so bad. So that is how I managed to resolve the technology in a short notice lah. But as far as Evan idea, whatever you mentioned, yes, it came out in my previous Google Hangout session with India many years ago lah. So common problem. Yeah, it will take a while to be rectified over another round of sessions. I think it took us quite a few sessions also when we first started out in Google system. Google has a similar Hangout technology. We know recording features, but we did an entirely 3-hour session of table topics. Sounds crazy, right? But that's how India works. They're crazy with table topics. That's why they call me in as the grandfather to solve their problem. So, but they had fun and they came down to Singapore and find me, one of them. So that's how interesting you get people from all the countries visiting you and handling it. So that's why even really is trying to ask me next week whether I can be in the meeting. I'm not sure. I highly unlikely, because the next few meetings I'm either attending an event until very late, until 10-11 p.m. or I won't be able to catch in the online meeting these few rounds. That's why everyone is trying to get me to do my favorite job, but apparently it's jamming up my schedule at the moment. Okay, so as far as technology is concerned, I think we just need to work on it. Really, I will go offline chat and discuss with you to help you. Then that's all.
Okay.
Yes, I also saw, yes. Someone make a name change. Really is trying to play something out in the system. That's what I noticed. Yeah, I'm reading the chat. Yes. Okay. Oh, so is the one. Okay. So time to play more. The more we play, the more we learn. It's all about experiential learning. I can't doubt much, because I do a lot of experiential training most of the time. So nothing beats the experience and trying it out yourself, the technology.
Yogurt girl. We want yogurt.
Yeah, where's the yoga girl? Where's the yoga girl? Correct. Where's the yoga girl? Is she busy or what? I'm done with my comments already. Now it's yoga girl.
What do you want from me?
We want yogurt.
Yeah. Yes.
Well, the meeting was for 3 hours. I had 3 cups, so 1 hour, 1 cup.
So
I can make one suggestion, one last suggestion.
Okay, wait.
I was just doing the test. Actually, it's just about customization. But what I was trying to bring out the main point is that for next time, for anyone who has a role like speaker role, evaluator role, you can rename yourself. When I say you can rename your name, like evaluator for speaker 1, Aaron, for example, so that it will help them to connect better. If they are trying to private message the evaluator, they can just look at, evaluator 1, Aaron. Then they will just PM me and say, this is my evaluation form, or this is what I want to be expected in my speech. So by putting and renaming your name, it makes a difference in letting people know what your role is for today. Yeah. Back to you, Willie. Pink Panther.
Okay. I know it's midnight and most of us are very tired. Well, this meeting will we will have so much fun if not for the rest of everyone. For all the way from Singapore to Hong Kong to India to Sweden to the US, California. Well, I'm so honored to have guests from all around the world to attend this meeting, although we meet up with teachers that we never supposed to see. I mean to have, but I believe that as we are 3 weeks away from the charter date, 22nd of November, I think 2 weeks, 3 weeks. So the charter meeting will go Facebook Live. Maybe next Friday we do a live testing and see what are the tickets, and then we go Facebook Live. As for error measure about co-host, I believe only those people who have pro membership to Zoom are able to be a co-host. Am I right? Error, you got something to say?
No, as long as you have a pro account, you can make as many calls as you want within that room itself. So you can make even every single one, 17 participants as a co-host to help you delegate.
And for the charter meeting of the 22nd of November, that I'm planned, I will be inviting District 80 District Director Ernest Che and the top 3 leader in District 80 to come on board, and we show live to all the District 80 people. So that we want to make it a big affair, and we are helping the District 80. We are supplement the member. We are not coming up with a new club on our own. Whoever can join, just join the meeting. Facebook Live, we come. So I believe that, I know it's midnight. Most of you already tired. But there's one more thing I need to remind you. Send all your speeches, your what you want to do by next Wednesday, whether Singapore time or Europe time or US time, and then everything have to sort out by Thursday. There I can send the list to the appointment the evaluator. If not, it's a last minute changes here and there that I have. So I declare this meeting closed, and I will be I will release this to YouTube in the next few days instead of live, because it's very tiring to send every single link to everyone. So thanks everyone, and see you next Friday. Same time, same day. Goodbye, and yoga girl. We want more yoga. We want to have yoga now at this hour.
And may the chicken keep coming up to us also too.
Chicken keep coming. What chicken?
Okay, I will